and this is Fresh Death Comics with your host B. Luke and Hans, and this is the season finale. How you doing, Hans?
I'm doing great, Brian. How are you, sir?
I'm doing fantastic. This is the last episode of the season. We made it.
Barely.
It was a barely. It definitely was.
It was rough.
Very rough. So, Hans, guess what?
What?
Guess what happens in 2 days, 9 hours, 53 minutes, and 32 seconds?
I have absolutely no idea what happened.
The Thor release.
What?
What? Yeah, that's right. Thor.
I think you're excited.
I am pumped. Like, I know a couple months we talked about, I wasn't really pumped, but now it's coming down to the wire, and I'm like, I'm excited. I'm getting pumped. I'm like, I'm ready for it.
I'm excited for another comic book movie.
Oh, I mean, this is just the start of it. I mean, this is like Christmas, and you open up your first present, and you're like, oh my goodness, I'm sneaking up the present, and then
We have to wait like 2 months for our next present.
Exactly. But what's the next present, Hans?
I don't know.
Green Lantern.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was Green Lantern or Captain America.
Nope, Captain America comes out at the end of July.
All right.
Or does it come out? It's somewhere in July. It's the second or third week. So, yeah, I mean, it's like a Christmas present every month.
Every month.
Every month. We have May, June, and July full of comic books.
What about August?
August, we're going back to school, so
That sucks.
it's kind of down at that point.
All right, but one more. What about Cowboys versus Aliens? We never talk about that.
Oh, I don't care about it.
You don't care about it?
I've seen the trailer.
Do you know who wrote that?
No, I don't.
Your boy, Fred Van Lente.
Fred Van Lente wrote it?
He didn't write the movie, but he wrote the book that it's based off of.
Oh, I love Fred.
I think he co-wrote it, but still.
I love Fred Van Lente.
Yeah, I can't believe you're not excited about it.
That means zombies are going to be in it.
No. Cowboys and aliens are going to be in it.
I think they're going to be an alien in it. That's my prediction. Come on. Wait, did I say...
You said alien. I was like, yeah, it's in the title, Brian.
I think there might be a cowboy, too.
Really?
Maybe.
Is there going to be a horse and...
I don't know. I doubt it. I highly doubt there's going to be a horse. Why would there be a horse?
I don't know. I thought...
a horse is a horse. A wonderful horse.
There's a beautiful horse on our desktop here.
There is.
I don't know. It's just grinning at you and says, I'm a horse.
I'm a horse.
I don't know why
I feel like underneath it should be like, winning.
Horses do not win, sir.
How do you know?
I don't know.
If Charlie Sheen has a horse, I'm sure his horse
I don't
is
think
winning.
Charlie Sheen has a horse.
He is a horse.
You know, I wrote half a paper on Charlie Sheen the other day.
Really?
Yeah.
Half a paper?
Half a paper.
How do you write half a paper, not a full, complete paper?
Well, the rest of the paper was on other things.
Oh. So you wrote part of your paper about Charlie Sheen was included in your paper then?
Correct, sir.
That's the better word. I wrote half a paper.
I hope he doesn't sue me if I get a good grade. Wants credit for it.
Just say, like, Charlie Sheen helped me win. I'm winning because of
Charlie Sheen did help me win.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's kind of exciting, you know? Season finale, Bin Laden is taken care of.
I don't want to talk about it.
Wow, anti-American right there.
Captain America didn't do it. I don't want to talk about it.
And that was one of my problems.
You know, if someone who just threw a shield at him and he died, then that would have been awesome.
I kind of want Bendis or somebody to write a comic book about Bin Laden taken care of by Captain America or something like that.
Well, they wrote a bunch of comic books on the 9/11.
They did, and it was I love them. They were heartfelt. They were really meaningful, and I think I don't know. Like when I heard about it, I was just like, I wish Captain America would have done something.
I don't know. I feel like they have to include it into the universe somehow, just based on the fact that they did a 9/11 thing.
Yeah, most agreed. But I am excited about Thor. I though I must confess, I stopped watching the what do you call it? The trailers online. I stopped watching because
I stopped watching any trailers because I was already getting too much of the movie.
Because I'm like, hey, I'm watching too much. Like, I'm like, watch 5 more things of Thor, and I'm probably got the whole movie unpacked. Yeah. Because I don't know, they're just giving more and more away, and I know it's to entice people, but I am kind of tired of it.
I don't know. I want to get the bigger dose of Kat Dennings on the big screen rather than the little screen.
Exactly,
you know?
And in 3D, Hans. In 3D.
Oh no, sir. See, up here, I believe it is only playing in 3D.
And why is that a problem? What's wrong with 3D?
Because there's absolutely no reason that this needs to be in 3D. I do not need Thor's giant hammer coming at my face for no reason.
But you'd like to see Green Lantern in 3D?
No.
How about Cap?
No.
What movie would you like to see in 3D?
Absolutely no movie.
Have you seen a 3D movie, sir?
Yes.
What 3D movie did you see?
I don't remember what it was because it was that terrible.
If you're talking,
No, actually, it was the Resident Evil movie.
that one wasn't the greatest 3D one. I mean,
I don't think there's any reason to put a movie in 3D.
I've seen a lot of movies in 3D, and I love it.
I don't understand.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I mean, Toy Story 3 was wonderful in 3D.
Really?
Alice in Wonderland, I didn't really care for it in 3D.
I didn't really care for it in non-3D.
Yeah. What other movie? I saw Justin Bieber in 3D. That was scary.
Congratulations, man.
I know. That's a movie that should not...
On admitting that. I'm not congratulating you on seeing it.
Well, you see, it was a birthday present for my friend.
Of course it was. Of course it was.
It was,
you know.
for Shonda. And so...
Right.
So now,
for Shonda.
you know, she said, I got a birthday present going to the movies, so I've chosen to see Thor. So I'm pretty pumped.
Right.
Because I get to see Thor.
Is Shonda your nickname or something?
Shonda is a person.
Oh, because I know you really wanted to see it. Deep down inside, you were like, all right, I'm excited. We're going to go see Bieber, the Biebs,
Nah.
the Biebmeister, Bieberino.
Absolutely not.
I don't believe a word you're saying.
That's not... Hans. You know what? There's a couple of Justin Bieber songs. Kind of catchy. Kind of...
It's true. It's true.
But I am not the biggest fan of it. I have 0 of his music on my iTunes. Wait, no, that's a lie. I had 1. That's because he has this song with Will Smith's kid.
I whip my hair back and forth. I whip my hair back and forth.
Not that one.
Oh, it's not that one?
Not that one.
Oh. That's a terrible song.
I don't know what
I'm
that
sorry.
song's about.
I don't understand why we have to sing about whipping our hair back and forth.
Where's Rebecca? This is a perfect part with Rebecca. She's got long hair.
She does.
And we have a thing now where she whips her hair back and forth. And
just like Will Smith's daughter?
Better, because she has longer hair. She's Rapunzel. And she just whips her hair. Whoo, 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 back and forth. And...
All right.
I don't know. It's ridiculous. The stuff that song is about. I don't even know what I hate that song.
It's a kid. Don't even think too much into it.
Maybe I like thinking of just songs.
It's Will Smith's kid too. Respect the guy.
I know. That's the most disappointing part. Is I think if it was anyone else in the universe, I would be like, destroy this song. This is worse than Rebecca Black's Friday. But because it's Will Smith's kid, I'm like, hey, there's probably a reason for it. People like to whip their hair back and forth.
People love whipping their hair back and forth, shaking like dogs.
I did this morning.
I know, it's raining so bad.
I was not about that. I was taking a shower this morning, and the fire alarm went off, and shampoo was all in my hair.
That was awesome.
I've had a terrible morning.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, that was not enjoyable.
That was very loud.
It was all over my ears. Make it stop.
We may not have went outside for it.
I'm not confessing that or not, because
I said we may not have.
I'm saying I'm not even going to comment on it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, here's Rebecca now.
Wow, that's pretty exciting. What a coincidence.
It is. What a coincidence.
Can she not get in or something?
I guess not. Come on, we're talking about you and your long, crazy hair. Now, as a girl, Rebecca, come here. Come on, fast.
Quick.
This is the season finale. It's super hyped.
The segment's almost over.
It is. We just made it just in time.
We really need to talk about your hair right now.
We do. Whipping your hair back and forth, like it or not.
I whip my hair back and forth. I whip my hair back and forth.
We already sang it.
That's the song we're talking about. But what do you think? You like it or not?
I do. I was still getting here today because of my hair, actually.
Were you whipping it back and forth?
I was whipping it back and forth.
And back and forth?
Yes.
And back and forth?
And back and forth again.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's ridiculous.
Man, that's intense.
Over and over again. That's just crazy. That's nonsense.
You know what?
So what is the appeal about whipping your hair back and forth? Because I whip my hair back and forth. I get a headache.
It's
yeah, my brain rattles.
It's different for different people. I mean, some people do it to be cool. Others do it for headbanging when they're listening to their music. So, I mean, it's personal. It's different for everybody.
Maybe they should have a rock version.
That was terrible. I don't know what you were doing there.
I was doing it.
I know.
All right. So, hey, Hans, what are you doing this Saturday?
I don't know why.
Because it's Free Comic Book Day.
What?
Free Comic Book Day. any comic book, I believe any comic book store does. Every comic book store.
Every
does
comic book store should do it.
They should, because it's a free comic book. They give out a whole bunch of comic books for free.
Just spread the awareness of comic books and help children to read.
Wow, that was touching.
That was touching, wasn't it?
Because it's true. I love it because the whole fact of, they give away all these comic books, and some of them I really enjoy, like BOGO. Is it BOGO?
Is that The Simpsons?
The Simpsons ones. Yeah. I love them. This year, Hans, do you have a top 3 of your favorite ones coming out for Comic Book Day, or no?
No, I'll just pick up everything.
I'm going to pick up everything too, but I'm really excited for Spider-Man because I believe it's an original story.
I don't
know. There's going to be an Archie comic. Rebecca loves Archies.
And Veronica.
I'm pretty you might be right.
It's going to be the Thelma and Louise of Archie.
No!
It's just Betty and Veronica. They're going to go on a trip over the Grand Canyon.
It's such a good movie.
This is the way they're killing off Betty and Veronica.
Finally.
I'm just kidding. I don't know exactly what's going on.
Darkwing Duck has a comic book coming out?
Darkwing Duck, that's pretty exciting.
I mean, I love Darkwing Duck. I mean, I am a big Darkwing Duck fan.
I loved Darkwing Duck as a child.
Me too. I haven't really watched it since I've been an adult. Right. So I kind of feel if I'm watching it, I'm going to be like...
Did you know they're putting Looney Tunes back on Cartoon Network?
The original Looney Tunes?
No, they're creating brand new cartoons.
Ooh.
Your thoughts?
If done correctly, and, if done correctly, I think it could be really fun and adventurous. As long as
the animation is updated. I mean, it doesn't look like the older cartoons, which I would rather it look like.
I don't know. I think the new technology. I mean, Tiny Toons did its own thing with the whole new animations.
Oh, I love Tiny Toons.
Exactly. So a new kind of breed of the Looney Tunes saga. As long as they, they don't make the jokes too corny, too stupid, because when you watch Looney Tunes, they're not giving you a piece of, like, oh, the Roadrunner is fast. He can't be caught by anyone. They only
what are you doing?
I'm just trying, they all make it throw you into a situation where the Roadrunner's beep, beep, pew, and the road, like, we all... They assume that we already know the situation. They're not going to explain it 10,000 times.
Right.
We're smart enough to know it. And I like that. But
I believe that's actually tonight, too, as well.
It's on tonight?
I believe it premieres tonight.
I
was watching one of the...
Don't tell me you're watching Cartoon Network.
I was watching Cartoon Network.
Why were you watching Cartoon Network?
Because, those Looney Tunes movies they made a while ago with the live action and the animation with the, Brendan Fraser and the lady that played Dharma and Steve Martin.
Yes.
Yeah, I was watching that. And there was just... It was as, entertaining as it was the first time.
Looney Tunes is... I'm going to quote Space Jam. Never gets old, and it's good for everyone.
What?
You ever watch Space Jam?
Yeah, I don't know what you said.
The kids are watching Space Jam, watching cartoons. He's like, Looney Tunes. Michael Jordan's like, Looney Tunes. That's a good movie or a good show. Let's stop talking about Looney Tunes.
All right, I'm sorry. I was excited for it. I hope I can watch it tonight.
All right. Green Lantern is going to be out as well. I believe it's going to be a reprint, though. Are you upset by that, Hans, or are you don't care?
I mean, I feel that Free Comic Book Day is more for new readers rather than old readers to introduce them to things. So I'm not really upset about it. I mean, it's a book that I won't have to get if it's 100% completely reprinted material because I already purchased it. But then again, I already wasted $3 on a book that I could get for free.
That's what I'm talking about. Is that why? I mean, that's what I was wondering. Are you upset because you paid so much money for you paid $2.99 for the comic when everyone else is getting it for free?
No, I'm not upset about it.
Kung Fu Panda is has its own comic.
Pretty exciting. Is Jack Black anywhere in it?
Yeah, he's the panda.
How do we know?
When I read it, his voice will appear.
Oh, okay.
My one that I'm kind of upset about because I was going to buy it, but now it's free, is Super Dinosaur.
Super Dinosaur. I don't know why you would buy that.
It looked interesting. It's by what's his face? The guy
Kirkman.
Kirkman, who does The Walking Dead.
He did the Marvel Zombies 1.
Yeah, I mean
maybe 2. I don't know.
I think he did maybe 2. I'm not sure, But I've really enjoyed his stuff, and so I was gonna be like, I'm gonna buy a Super Dinosaur, but now it's free, and I'm like, oh wow, I almost wasted my money on that.
I don't know. I feel like Super Dinosaur is kind of childish.
Did you read it? I mean,
no.
How many times
I read the preview, and it seemed a little childish the way they introduced the whole story and everything. And in the art, it looks childish as well.
I mean, I guess a little bit, but I mean, until you read it and go and
I mean, it might be great. There might be. It might be like
because how many comics we read? They were like, man, this looks like it's kids stuff, and you read like, wow, this surprised me.
None, because I usually don't buy the stuff that looks like kids stuff.
Oh well, I've done a couple of stuff that was like, oh. No, like Butcher Baker, for example. I gave that one a shot. Did not care about that.
That is absolutely, sir.
That is
absolutely 100% not for kids.
All right, that might be a true story.
It is a true story.
That might be true.
But I don't know. I feel like it's a book about a giant dinosaur with robot arms or something.
And how awesome is that?
It could be awesome if it wasn't geared towards children.
Yeah. But why don't we take a quick break, Hans, and we'll be right back. And we're back. That was an odd song.
That was a very abrupt ending.
It was. What kind of... Wow.
I don't know. I was not expecting that at all.
I wasn't either. I was just like, all right, it's got 5 seconds. It's kind of pumping up here. What's going to happen? And then...
and then dead. You kind of turned it down a little bit in the middle, too.
Well,
I was enjoying it, and just all of a sudden, something happened there.
Well, I went to do it, but then all of a sudden, I went to put on my headphones and was caught around the little dial thingy.
It's terribly unfortunate.
It is terribly unfortunate. So, Hans, I have something for you.
What do you have for me?
Before we talked, this is the season finale. I mean, this is the stuff. I mean, this is the
stuff. This is the good stuff.
I know this is the end of kind of end of an era, if you will.
An error?
An error of our...
an error?
An error, yeah.
An error?
An error.
A mistake?
Kind of, yeah. No, an error. Like
how do you spell it?
E-R-A.
Error.
Error.
Error. E-R-A.
Why are we doing this?
Error.
Let's not do this right now. We're not going to have a lesson about my way I pronounce words, because where I'm from, we pronounce them correctly.
Anyway,
but I kind of put like a smash up of this past season together into one thing.
That's very exciting.
It is. I'm kind of excited for it. So, yeah, it's a collection of everything we've done this past.
Everything?
Not everything. I mean, I didn't include any of the voices that we do of your mom and whatnot.
Your mom? Shut up.
No, I mean, you know how I didn't include any of the crazy voices. I didn't include, this is just us talking normally, mostly.
That's pretty boring.
So, this is for you, Hans. Enjoy it.
Is it coming, or...
Hans?
The anticipation.
It's how it works in life. Apparently it doesn't want to work.
All right.
This is how it is. Like nothing happens. This is what our life sums up to, Hans.
All the hype, and now it just drops off the edge there. Much like Thelma and Louise.
Much like that. Indeedy. Indeedy.
I think we may as well just skip it, Brian.
Let's just skip it.
There
All
you
right.
go.
Sorry about it. Maybe we'll post it online for everyone to see.
Or get it working later, maybe.
Maybe we'll try getting it working later. Who knows? We'll see what happens.
All right.
But yeah, Free Comic Book Day. I'm excited about that. But Hans, you sent me a weird Facebook message this weekend.
I sent you a couple of them that you just didn't care about.
I was very busy with
schoolwork.
I was writing essays. I've been writing a lot of them. But you sent me a message about Superman. I have no clue about anything except the sentence you told me. Superman has resigned his renounced his American status.
Yeah, it's true.
That's huge.
I know. He's a huge American icon, yet apparently he's no longer American.
What about when Captain America did it? Do Do you think they're just copying off of
Captain America did it?
Captain America? He became nomad for a while, where he didn't believe what America was doing was correctly, so he gave up his shield and became nomad.
But did he renounce his citizenship?
No, he didn't. Okay,
All right.
yeah.
So they didn't do that.
Yeah, but that's intense. I mean, I kind of want to buy. What was it? Action
Comics 900, I believe.
That's huge.
David Finch cover,
Oh, you and David Finch. No wonder why you know about it. He'll be like, "Who, David Finch?" Yeah.
Wow, that was a little much.
I'm sorry. Oh, much. But
That's
you were in love with David Finch, sir.
Not that much. He's pretty awesome, but,
Why were you buying Batman Dark Knight, Hans?
because David Finch.
Thank you. Point win. But, yeah, so I don't... Any other thoughts about Superman rejecting his American citizenship?
Rejecting? He's not rejecting.
Renouncing.
I don't know. I mean, he wants to be a hero for the whole world. He wants to be world renowned rather than American, I believe.
But, I mean, that's where he was...
He wasn't born in America.
I wasn't going to say
He's
born.
Kryptonian.
I said he was. I was going to say raised. Raised in America.
He is an alien. So I mean, I don't know.
I kind of feel like
I doubt it's going to affect anything in the universe.
Yeah, I kind of feel like Superman is just being a whiny baby.
Maybe he'll be in like Africa for 3 issues and then
you become Batman Incorporated. You become Superman Incorporated.
Yeah, maybe.
He just goes around traveling.
Goes to Japan, goes to China, Germany. I don't know.
Oh, he's going to go from China to Japan, then Germany.
No, Japan to China, then Germany.
Oh, that's seems like a longer trip.
He wants some sushi and some rice and then some bratwurst.
No, I was thinking. All right. But Hans, we have something to give away. This season finale, you have to give away something.
We have to give away something?
We do. It's part of the code of the season finale.
Can we even do that?
Believe we can.
All right. If we can't, we're going to anyways, I guess. We have a free car to give away. Free car.
Free car.
Free car.
Free car.
Wow, that was pretty intense.
It was. It's because it's intense. It's a free car.
I'm pretty excited about the free car myself.
You didn't seem very excited. You looked very skeptical, and I don't know.
I'm kind of worried it might be my car. We haven't really discussed this yet.
It's a secret car.
Secret car. Is it a DeLorean?
It's not a DeLorean, because if it was a DeLorean, I'd be going back to the future.
I want a DeLorean.
I do too. Do you know
at Home Depot they have this grout or something like that called DeLorean Gray?
I don't know what grout is. Isn't grout dirt?
No. It like goes in between your floor tiles or something.
Oh, probably should know that.
You probably should, if you're going to get a job.
That's a true
Anyway,
story.
I was just DeLorean.
But yeah, the fourth person who calls in will get this car.
4? That's a weird number.
4.
Usually it's like 10 or 5. Or
I said 4 because, how about 3? The third person. Choose 3 because we're going to the season 3.
Why not the 88.9th person?
Because I don't feel like being here for 3 hours.
I do.
Don't get me wrong. Love it here, but I have a class. And I have a paper to hand in about the Milky Way galaxy.
Wow, that's pretty exciting.
Not the Milky Way candy bar, because those are easily confused.
Ooh, you should have done a paper about that.
Was going to.
That would have been epic.
I was this close, because I was just like, I have no clue anything about this Milky Way galaxy. What if I just did the Milky Way candy bar instead? It's got a gooey inside, it's...
And your life revolves around it.
I know.
I don't know.
If I get an A on this paper, I'm buying a Milky Way bar.
For everyone?
Just for me.
Oh.
I want one.
Fine, you can have some of it.
Can I have one?
No.
Oh.
No candy bar for you.
All right, candy Nazi.
Can you say that on the air?
I just did.
We were playing Price is Right the other day.
We were.
And I said that word, and I got flagged.
What word?
That N-word.
Nazi. The N-word.
Nazi.
Nazi, all right. That's good, Brian. Good.
All right, so
are we really?
yes, we're really giving away a car.
Really?
Call us, be the third caller, and we will give you this car.
All right, let's see if this happens.
What's the phone number again?
That might be a good thing to give people.
Thanks, Rebecca.
Thanks, Rebecca. You say she doesn't contribute. The number is 315-312-2907. And this is 88.9 FM Oswego, New York.
I love you, Nork.
New York.
You Nork.
WNYO. Stay fresh.
And we're back.
That becomes... Yeah, I've been noticing as I do the episodes online and post them, because I have to listen to them, that becomes... And we're back to Fresh at the Comics. Hans, how you doing? It's like verbatim. I say that every time, and I'm like, wow, I should
It's what? You say it what every time?
And we're back to Fresh at the Comics.
No,
Hey,
but it's what batum?
verbatim. Verbatim.
Per-batum?
Yeah.
Can you spell that?
PER.
Oh, wow. He thinks it's per. This time.
At least you are.
That's how a kitty goes. It goes purr.
Kitten batum.
No, verbatim.
It's a V.
Verbatim?
There you go.
Verbatim.
Verbatim.
Pretty sure it's not verbatim.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Verbatim. It might be verbatim.
Thanks, Brian.
So, Marvel has done what is kind of jumping into the ball field of what we had talked about this last week. Justice League has its own online universe. I know. DC has its own universe online.
Yeah.
And now
And you have to pay for it.
Yeah, Marvel released its own online story written by
Brian Michael Bendis.
I should stop saying
It's all right. Brian Michael Bendis.
Well, why don't you
wrote
take
it.
this over, Hans?
All right,
'Cause,
Brian Michael Bendis wrote it, and it's I don't know where to go with this. There's nothing more to it, really.
It was just news. It was just top news, and I couldn't get.
Well, he
through
didn't
it.
write it yet. It's coming out. He wrote it. I just said he wrote it again. He's gonna write it, and that's about it. I mean, it's gonna be free, which is a plus because the DC one you have to pay for.
Did you say it's going to be free?
Yeah,
Free, and all I have to do is sign up,
I believe so.
give my email address to them, and I get to play for free. For free?
Yes, sir.
That's awesome.
I know. And unlike the DC universe one where you don't play the heroes, you don't play Batman or anything, you make
Correct.
up your
You
own
create
hero,
your own character.
you will be able to play a number of heroes in the Marvel universe one.
But how does that work? I mean,
I'm not sure, but you can play like Squirrel Girl, you can play Squirrel Girl, you can play Spider-Man, you can play...
but if you think about like Squirrel Girl, you can probably get away with. No one else is going to have that character. But who's your favorite character in Marvel Universe, Hans?
I don't know. If I were playing this game, I believe I would choose Jamie Madrox.
You might get away with him. Not a lot of people like him. He's not like popular. Mine's Spider-Man.
There's
How
gonna be
many
like 10 million
people
Spider-Man.
like Spider-Man? And so I don't know. I feel like if thousands and thousands of people are playing and we're all the same character, it's going to get weird. It's going to get boring.
Not necessarily, because you can vary your character. I mean, I'm sure they're going to make different costumes. You can have different costumes.
Oh,
for
yeah,
your
different
character.
costumes. But, I mean, come on. Actually, that would be kind of awesome. You're playing the level and all of a sudden 25 Spider-Man jump up. It's like the Fantastic Four issue where there's like 1,000 reads from different worlds. But that's kind of exciting. I don't know. I'm excited for it. I hope it's done well.
I just hope it comes out soon.
Yeah, I kind of feel like if that comes out, wow.
But I mean,
it's stiff competition.
Oh, definitely.
Because, I mean, if it's going to be free, if it's going to have original story, if it's going to be comic book related.
Here's the way I see it. DC draws the line at $2.99. Marvel gives us free games.
I feel like that $1.99 is our membership fee that we pay.
Whatever.
So, I mean, it works out at the end. I mean, I get new stories. But speaking of that, they're not all $3.99. FF this week was $2.99.
FF was $2.99, which was pretty sweet.
And can I say I enjoyed that issue?
Really?
I did.
Really?
I thought it was pretty good. little bit of a spoiler alert. Spoiler alert! I don't know what that was. Spoiler alert. I'm going to stop saying spoiler. Oh, I am...
Spoiler alert!
There we go. I'm losing my voice. I was up all night working on papers, Hans. Lost my voice a little bit.
Okay.
I was screaming a lot at the paper. I was like, Milky Way Galaxy! I wanted to be like Thor and smash the Milky Way Galaxy.
I don't think that
If
happened.
I had the Infinity Gauntlet, I would destroy the Milky Way Galaxy.
Why?
Because I don't like it.
Everybody would die.
That might be true. We do live in the Milky Way Galaxy, don't we?
It's true, we do.
Ooh, is there a way of taking us out of the Milky Way Galaxy?
Where are you going to put us?
In the Andromeda system.
I can't talk to you.
I know what that is. Thank you, astronomy class. But yeah, FF. Dr. Doom comes to him. He's all like, "Hey guys, my brain's all messed up. Fix me."
Yeah, I mean, I haven't read a lot of Fantastic Four beforehand. I don't know exactly what happened.
This was never in FF that his brain was like this. I mean, last time, maybe it was and I missed it, but last time I saw Doom, he was getting arrested for crimes against humanity when he was in jail. Mark Millar put him in jail.
You know, I think they might have actually discussed this in X Factor.
This whole Dr. Doom?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the brain thing might have been discussed in X Factor because I remember him appearing with Layla Miller and Jamie Madrox. But I don't know what happened.
Probably should have read that.
Probably should have.
But yeah, I mean, he comes to me, he's all like, "Hey guys, I got brain problems. My brain's all messed up. Fix me." And my response is, "Whoa, Dr. Doom right now doesn't know his his sorcery powers?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't have them. He doesn't have his intelligence. He's good right now. He is, I love Doom, but he's a villain who's out of commission. He's good.
He's not good.
It's good that he's out of commission.
No, it's not. I want him wreaking havoc on the world.
I just read Doom War. He's a terrible person.
I want him stealing vibranium for no reason.
I know, he stole it for no reason whatsoever. And he's just like, I'm Doom. I'm going to make the greatest weapon and control the universe. Bam!
And nothing even happens. The vibranium goes inert. And it's just...
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like Doom, him out of commission is good, especially after everything they've been through. Wait, no, the last time I saw Doom was in Dark Avengers. With the whole castle scene.
Yeah.
Like he wanted his land back.
I mean, that's not the last time he appeared.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, all this time, like I've read Doom's been jumping around everywhere, and he hasn't had a home in the Fantastic Four in a while.
He doesn't have a home anywhere. I think he should get his own series.
You think people would buy it?
I would buy it. I want to know what Doom's up to next.
Doom.
I want to see Doom's home life.
Who am I going to attack next?
Yeah, I just want to see his home life.
Shower.
I want to see him walking around in his pajamas, just lounging.
The mysterious character of who
drinking
Doom is.
Drinking a brew, just hanging out.
That's who Doom is. I mean, Doom is mysterious. Doom is like, ooh, I'm Doom. You don't know about me because I'm a scary guy. But if you see him lounging around being like, man, that spot bugs me. He's all breaking into my stuff, and he's not even smart. Oh, Susan, why can't you go out with me? I'm going to lose total respect for Doom.
I wouldn't at all.
You wouldn't count him as a villain anymore, rather than a character who
think about it. They could just make something up. He lost part of his brain. This can be like a lost story. Okay, he can be. They could put him in a mental asylum for a week and see what happens.
I feel like it just ruins the integrity of who Doom is.
I don't know.
I mean, I
think it adds a whole nother level to him.
Yeah, but I mean, are you going to be afraid of Doom if he's walking around? I mean, when Doom appears in the book, it's kind of like when the Watcher appears. Like, oh, something big's going to happen. Everyone, stay calm. Something's going to happen. When Doom appears, you're like, oh, right. Something bad's going to happen. Yeah, Doom's going to kill someone.
If you see Doom in his pajamas, it adds a whole nother level to his insanity, all right?
But Doom is not insane.
I know, but he's crazy. He's
not crazy. He's a genius. He is wonderful. He is mysterious. He is crazy awesome.
See, crazy. You use crazy too.
But
he's
in the
crazy. He's crazy
You're
in
right.
some way that he's not like mental. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. He's just crazy.
But, and they want to give him back his brain. And Ben Grimm flips out.
He's a big old baby.
My scene, though, I kind of punched my comic book a little bit.
Why?
Doom said, oh, Ben Grimm, still whining about... So, Ben Grimm, is it true that when Johnny Storm died, you were huddled in a corner
That was
crying?
awesome.
I was just like, no, he didn't.
That was awesome.
Ben Grimm, I'm surprised Hickman didn't have him punching him through the building. Because that was probably the meanest thing.
Sue separated him before he could do it.
But that's the meanest thing. I mean, if your best friend died, if I died, and someone's like, so, Hans, heard you were crying in the corner like a baby.
I would just be like, really? I was crying?
You
crying?
wouldn't. All right.
Really?
Your buddy Chris.
My buddy Christopher?
He dies. And I go, yeah, he died just to get away from you. You were crying like a baby. Punch me in my face.
I would punch you in your face anyway.
That's true. But, I mean, you just said the most insultful thing you can say. And this is 2 months after Johnny Storm's been dead?
Pretty close, yeah.
I mean, it still hurts. I mean, everyone's still kind of reeling in from the pain. Spider-Man has his own...
I'm not. I'm over it.
Are you over it?
Yeah, I'm pretty over it.
I'm over it. I mean, next year's coming back, so...
Really?
That's my prediction.
All right.
My prediction is that...
My prediction is if he comes back next year, it just proves that he wasn't dead in the first place.
I don't know. I think he's coming back. I mean, because this is the 50th anniversary of Fantastic Four. They're almost at issue 600, so it only makes sense that if they do 12 issues of FF...
Right.
And then...
At hopefully $2.99.
Which is wonderful if they're doing that. Because, I mean, I felt the story was awesome at a $2.99 price.
Yeah.
I mean, it was kind of enjoyable. Like, I was like, wow, Marvel cares about me. They let me have a $2.99 comic book. Does anyone else know about this? I'm taking this now.
Wow.
It was like my own little secret. I went in there, I was just like, $2.99.
It wasn't a secret at all. I told you.
I know, but I felt like it was a secret because no one else was grabbing it. And I was just like, all right, how do we get out of here without anyone seeing me?
I think no one's grabbing it because they're sick of Spider-Man.
Why would you be sick of Spider-Man?
I don't know.
I mean,
if you're reading Spider-Man and FF,
you are getting two stories at once.
You're getting two different Fantastic Four stories, okay? I'm calling them the Fantastic Four. For all
intents and purposes, they are the Fantastic Four.
Right, just with Spider-Man. I mean, you're getting two different Fantastic Four stories, and the Spider-Man one, honestly, is lacking.
Spider-Man's the story itself? I agree. I mean, I wasn't able to pick up the new Spider-Man, which I'm pretty upset about.
Yeah, I didn't get that either.
But, because they were sold out at the comic book shop here. But I'm excited. I mean, that's the issue that Fred Van Lente was just like, hey, guys.
Right.
I mean, so I have to get that. I'm going to find it somewhere. I have to go to Syracuse to get it or something. I need it. I need it now. You know,
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about anymore.
You should be nicer to me. And listen to me. Just kidding, buddy. We're friends.
What is going on in your head right now?
I don't know. We'll take a break. We're still, you still have a chance to win that car.
Hey, that's that guy we know.
The high five guy?
No. What, Doug? Is it a Doug? Rebecca's friend.
I missed him.
I have no clue who
the
you're
guy
talking
from STG.
Oh, Greg.
That was close.
I like that guy.
I was pointing at him and he started running.
You are so distracted by this window.
I'm sorry.
It's like looking at Narnia almost.
They should not put windows here.
I know you should only have to look at me the whole entire time. Well, let's take a break. We have just a little bit left of the show.
We still need 3 callers. So
call in if you want to win this car, or else I'm going to keep it.
It's pretty nice.
WNYO, Oswego, New York. Stay fresh.
And we're back. Fresh Death Comics. How you doing, Hans?
Awesome.
Rebecca?
Oh, just wonderful.
All right, so this is it. 10 minutes left of our, or 5 minutes left of our
5. We don't even have time
top
for anything.
We have top 3 of the week. Go.
I don't know. You're rushing me.
I know I'm rushing.
All right,
We got
what number?
5 minutes. All right, 3.
Moon Knight.
2.
Really? We're gonna do this
Just
really
kidding.
fast?
All right, Moon Knight. Why?
I don't know. It's crazy. That's all I got.
That's I agree. It's on my list as well.
I've been reading the last Moon Knight volume, and he's just a really, really crazy man.
All
It's
right. And
entertaining.
I like the fact that Captain America and Wolverine and Spider-Man
I
are
don't
going
care
to be
about
part
that.
of personalities.
He's just insane.
Yeah. Number 2.
Number 2 is going to be Fear Itself, issue 2.
All right. Why?
Because it's an event. I mean, it's got to be on my top 3. It's
All right.
amazing. It's hilarious. Hilarious. It's not hilarious. It's exciting.
It's not hilarious. Thor's in trouble. and
Thor's not hilarious.
The
all
world's
right?
endangered. And, all right.
By Odin's beard.
And number 1.
My number 1 has to be the latest issue of Looney Tunes.
And this is where I tell you, get out of my radio.
All right, here's the real thing. I'm just really excited for the new show. I want to see it. And I have absolutely no number 1 book this week, so I just wanted to talk about Looney Tunes again.
That Hans, that was a tricky one. I mean, I did not expect that out of your mouth.
You didn't, did you?
No. Let me do mine real fast. I have Moon Knight. Fear Itself is my number 1 pick, actually, and then Herc is my number 2.
Herc.
I enjoyed the first issue.
We talked about this last week.
Yeah.
I didn't deal with him introducing his weapons and his styles every issue.
If it's gonna, I mean,
I looked at the
This is-
preview. It happens again.
does it happen again?
It happens again.
Ooh, I might not like that then. But maybe it's just a first arc thing. I mean, don't forget, this is a new comic. He's introducing people to the characters. We'll see what happens. Zombies was going to be on my Marvel Zombies was going to be on the list, but I don't know. It doesn't ever make it on there. It's just like
Marvel Zombies should never make it on your list.
it should. But all right, we got 3 minutes left of the season of 2. Season of 2. And how you guys want to recap anything? You know, talk about what was your favorite moment?
My favorite moment was talking about urination for about, half hour.
That was episode 3. Peeing. That was
The leaky faucet.
The leaky faucet. That was it. The leaky faucet. All right, Rebecca, what was your favorite moment of the show?
This is hard. I cherish every moment.
Oh,
Lame.
that's cute. Isn't that adorable?
No, that's lame. That's a cop out.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Yo tango un gato.
Gato. And I do have a cat. He is back. He came home after a month of missing, and now he's back. That's awesome. My favorite
Just
moment.
wanted food. He's gonna leave again.
Don't ever say that. I'm not going to cry. It's too happy of an occasion. My favorite moment was C2E2.
C2
Talking about it. I mean, I had so much fun.
It's just like a Comic-Con.
But I've had a lot of fun this season. We'll see you guys. I mean, we're going to do stuff during the summer. A little. It won't be as in depth, and we'll probably just focus on different things, and we'll see how it goes during the summer. But we'll definitely be back next year for season 3.
They better give us a spot.
They better.
Our ratings are through the roof.
They are. We gave away a car.
We didn't give away a car. Nobody called us.
I got it.
You do not get the car by default.
I get the car by default.
No.
But I want to drive your car.
It's a 1989 something or other.
I know. It's
old. It's classic.
It's a classic, like Vlasic.
I wish it was a Gremlin.
Me too.
I want a Gremlin.
But this is all we have time for. So, any last words, guys, before we hang it up?
I just really gotta go.
You really have to go.
Over there.
Somewhere over the rainbow?
Somewhere over the rainbow. Something.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
pathetic.
know of a world when nobody calls my face.
What?
That's not it.
Pretty sure those might be the lyrics.
No, I'll look into it, but I don't think so.
A little research.
All right, but we'll see you guys next season.
Peace out.
Peace out. Have fun.
Goodbye.